Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Am I audible? Am I audible to everyone? Yes. Good morning, Janvi, Kanchi. Good morning, everyone. I hope it's a wonderful Saturday you are enjoying with all your studies. So, hope you read the newspapers every day, right? रोज न्यूज़पेपर रीड करते हो. You make notes of it every day so that it helps you in recollecting whatever the current events are there, right? How do you make notes? Yeah, good morning everyone. Good morning. Do you make notes of current affairs? Yeah. So at the end we will learn about how to make notes also. कि current affairs का आप कैसे notes बना सकते हो, right? How can you utilize that in your examination? Because this is when you read the newspapers or you attend different lectures of current affairs, right? How to utilize that in your examination from the perspective of कि prelims में आप कैसे उसका use इस्तेमाल करोगे, right? If a question comes on that, if a question comes in main examination, उसको कैसे tackle करोगे? How you can utilize this current affairs in a particular answer. So this we will be learning in the end of the lecture. ठीक है? अभी a lot of developments we have seen in the past 1.5 in the past week or so in terms of international events, right? International events. So I hope everyone is reading newspaper, right? Everyone is reading newspaper. So basically when you are reading the newspaper, it becomes very important कि आप किस तरह से news पढ़ रहे हो, right? How you are reading and which news you are reading. Do not read sensational news. ठीक है? Sensational news जो होती है कि for example किसी ने resign दिया, छोड़ो. Do not read that. Just read it one. Do not go into so much of depth into that. हाँ ठीक है को कुछ तो हुआ होगा, but from the exam point of view कि what you can do is go into the legal part of it, right? Go into the constitutional part of it if there is any news regarding that. देखो कि previous year questions कैसे पूछते हैं लोग, and on that basis you can approach the particular news. Okay, so one of the biggest issue that we come across this week or the past couple of past 1 year or so is the intervention by various organizations in the internal affairs of India, right? क्या India इसे do India take it in a very is it good for India the interference by the other organization? The answer is no. ठीक है, हम हमेशा bilateral talks पे believe करते हैं in any of the issue that is arising between two countries. अगर वो resolve नहीं होता है तो ही any if there is a legal issue then only we refer to the legal organization which is world based. ठीक है, जैसे for example in terms of Jammu and Kashmir issue, in Jammu and Kashmir issue, which is a contentious issue between India and Pakistan from the very past, that is 1947 से हम लोग देख रहे हैं. अगर उसमें intervention कोई करता है, so we totally disagree to it, right? We totally disagree to it, and we always see that it is a bilateral issue that is there. So what happened now? Abhi, why this issue is coming up? So this OIC's proposal on India and Pakistan. This was the major contentious issue. That was major issue on which India took a very stern and a very firm stand. Now, what is OIC and what was its proposal in India and Pakistan? So OIC, that is Organization for Islamic Cooperation. What is OIC? It is Organization for Islamic Cooperation. Okay, it's an intergovernmental organization, and it has given a proposal to resolve the डिस्प्यूट बिटवीन इंडिया एंड पाकिस्तान, कि इंडिया एंड पाकिस्तान के बीच में जो इशू है वो रिजॉल्व करने के लिए व्हाट ओआईसी हैज डन, कि इट हैज गिवन अ प्रपोजल फॉर व्हाट, दैट इट वुड असिस्ट अ डायलॉग बिटवीन इंडिया एंड पाकिस्तान, कि चलो हम दोनों क्या करते हैं, वी विल रिजॉल्व द what we will do is we will resolve your issue, we will resolve your issue that you are facing from the times of partition, ठीक है, कि इंडिया एंड पाकिस्तान के बीच में हम लोग एक डायलॉग एस्टैब्लिश कर देंगे, ठीक है। व्हाट हुज प्रपोजल इज दिस, इट इज द प्रपोजल ऑफ ओआईसी, दैट इज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन of Islamic cooperation, right? And it has already earlier also criticized India's many decisions with respect to Jammu and Kashmir. जम्मू एंड कश्मीर में हमने क्या किया था, पहले हमने उनका स्टेटहुड निकाल दिया था, we made it as union territory, right? Please mute yourself everyone. We made it as union territory. Article 370 was abolished, right? Article 370 was abolished. So Organization for Islamic Cooperation, what it did was it criticized this India's decision and said that it will harm the Muslim population over there. Okay, it was a stand that was taken by OIC. Now, what is this OIC and why is it interfering in this Indian matter? It is India's internal matter, right? Now, why this OIC is interfering into India's matter? OIC, yes, OIC. Now, this OIC is Organization of Islamic Cooperation. Organization for Islamic Cooperation. अभी इंडिया में तो like India have the, almost world's more than 10%. It is almost 11% of the Muslim population in India. So, agar 1/10 of the people are from India, so India should be part of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. But is India a part of Organization of Islamic Cooperation? Is India a part? India is not a part of Organization of Islamic Cooperation. Why? We will come to that also. ठीक है? So this Organization of Islamic Cooperation, ये कब form हुई थी body? This was officially known as Organization of Islamic Conference. पहले ये conference बोल के जानी जाती थी, but after all it changed its name to Organization of Islamic Cooperation. अभी ये जो कॉन्फ्रेंस है ये कब स्टार्ट हुई थी? बेसिकली इट स्टार्टेड वे बैक इन 1969. 1969 में जब जेरूसलम में when a mosque, basically a mosque was lit up by fire in Jerusalem. So at that time countries with majority of the Muslim population, they came together and they said that it is a strategy, it is a play played by the Jewish people, by the Israel people to put down the Muslim population in Israel, in Israel, right? But actually when the investigation was made, ये था कि एक one person named Rohan, due to his activities over there, it was the mosque was on fire. Okay, but still this brought the Muslim majority dominated countries together. ठीक है, इन्होंने क्या किया, ये साथ में आए मुस्लिम मेजॉरिटी जो कंट्रीज थे, ठीक है, they came together and they had an agenda that for the so to have a collective voice of the Muslim world, it is necessary that we should work together, right? So we should work together. That is how this organization came into being. ठीक है, अभी हमें तो ये पता चल गया कि organization. Now which countries are part of it? Are all Muslim dominated countries? जहाँ पे मुस्लिम पॉपुलेशन ज्यादा है, they're part of it? The answer is no, because India is not part of it, right? Even 1/10 of the population, and it is huge. 1/10 population होना is huge. ठीक है? So this Organization of Islamic Cooperation, this was established on the 25th of September 1969, when the Islamic Conference took place with 24 members. Have the numbers been increasing? The answer is yes. तो numbers increase होती है, and this is the second largest intergovernmental body है. ऐसा नहीं है कि ये कोई NGO नहीं है. This is a body formed by the government of each country. Understood? So this is an intergovernmental body. ठीक है, ये क्या है? इंटरगवर्नमेंटल बॉडी. सी इन द एग्जामिनेशन दिस आर द क्वेश्चन दैट आर बीइंग आस्क्ड. क्या is the body intergovernmental, or is it an NGO led body? So this is an intergovernmental body. So officially it came into being in 1972. ठीक है, 1972 में ये आई थी. So what are the official language? Is Hindi, which is being spoken in many of the countries, a language? No. The official language is Arabic, English, and French. Arabic, English, and French. So membership is around, you see over here, a lot of people, many, it makes 1.81 million people are there, right? So it is a collective voice of the Muslim world. It endeavors to safeguard and protect the interest of the Muslims. Basically, it talks about whether a thing or whether some developments are in the interest of Muslim people, right? The Muslim world, in spirit of promoting international peace and harmony among various people of the world. Okay. Now, what are, so there are permanent delegations. It has permanent delegation to United Nations, EU also. ठीक है, कौन? जो OIC है, OIC has a permanent delegation to UN and EU. ठीक है, and India is not a member of OIC, and headquarters is in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. ठीक है, so who are the main members? So there are 56 members in OIC today, ठीक है, which are part of the United Nations also, and Pakistan is a founding member. Okay, Pakistan is a founding member. So now you understand why India is not a member. Why India is not a member? Because is it opposed only by Pakistan? See, if you look towards the members who are part of OIC today, India has very cordial relations with the rest of the members in OIC, right? The rest of the members in OIC. But Pakistan, as it is a founding member, it has always come in front to oppose the membership of OIC. But क्या India ने कभी request किया था OIC के membership के लिए, or was there a request from other side? ठीक है, we will see that also. ठीक है, so this India OIC relation, ठीक है, ये पूरा जो whatever the relation between India and OIC is, that it hangs between the pressure put by Pakistan on OIC, right? Now there is also a contentious issue regarding Israel-Palestine issue. Okay, Israel and Palestine issue. Israel and Palestine issue. Now OIC do recognize Palestine. Do recognize Palestine, and Palestine is also a member of OIC, though it is not a member of United Nations. Okay, and not all members are Muslim majority, though they have significant Muslim population. Okay, so basically OIC believes, if you take the issue of Israel and Palestine, Palestine. So it believes in two-state solution in the issue of Israel and Palestine. See, इसका ये क्वेश्चन भी आया था आपको, right? 2016 or 17 prelims में, this was the question that the two-state solution, which is in news, is in relation to which of the following countries, or which of the following issue. So it was in respect of Israel-Palestine issue. ठीक है कि आप वहां पे टू स्टेट्स कर दो, वन फॉर पैलेस्टीन एंड वन फॉर इजराइल, राइट? You can give some space, or you can give some of the land to the people of Palestine over there, and you can recognize as a separate state over there. ठीक है, इजराइल पैलेस्टीन इशू हमने बचपन में कवर किया था, राइट? Did we cover the Israel Palestine issue in very depth? Yes, we did cover it in very depth when we covered the Hamas का issue, right? The Hamas and Israel में जो war चल रहा था उसके बीच, right? When a lot of bombing was happening from a lot of places, right? बचपन में सुना था हमने? Yes, very nice. तो ये जो issue है OIC का, yeah. So OIC has a firm stand on the Israel-Palestine issue, that it recognizes Palestine and it demands that the rights of the Palestinian people should be given to them. Right? Now who are there observer status given? Yes, so observer status भी दिया है बहुत सारे countries को. So Thailand, Russia, Northern Cyprus. So these are the observer states of the OIC. ठीक है, observer international organizations में you have NAM, you have United Nations, you have League of Arab States, African Union, Economic Cooperation Organization. So all members of OIC has to be a member of UN as well. Not necessary because it recognizes Palestine is a member. Okay. Well, now what is the Organization of Islamic Cooperation's stand? Now it offered to arrange a meeting between India and Pakistan and proposed to send a delegation to Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir, in line with the resolution of OIC's Council of Foreign Ministers. Pakistan has repeatedly sought to raise the Kashmir issue at OIC against the backdrop of India's dramatically improved relation with the key players. जैसे सऊदी अरेबिया, यूएई, कतार, बहरीन, इंडोनेशिया, बांग्लादेश, ये सारे जो मेंबर्स है. सी ओआईसी ने क्या कहा कि व्हाट वी विल डू, वी विल सेंड अ डेलीगेशन टू जम्मू एंड कश्मीर. Why? Because Pakistan is requesting that India is not paying. India is having a strong policy against Jammu and Kashmir, that people are suffering over there. So it has raised a concern that Muslim people are having are not enjoying their rights over there. So this was the issue that was raised by Pakistan in OIC. Now what India has sought, India has told that OIC should be very careful in its approach and what they are saying. India had took a very firm stand that some countries have vested interest, मतलब अपना काम वो वहां से निकाल ले रहे हैं, ठीक है, and you do not interfere in the internal affairs of India and do not support the one who are waging an anti-India propaganda from outside. ठीक है, यानी कि here India has directly warned OIC that you be aware of the policies or the strategy or the game plan what Pakistan is playing. Right? India ने उनको सीधा बोल दिया कि Pakistan is playing a game over here. It is using its vested interest. ठीक है, उसका vested interest है आपको इस्तेमाल करने का. So be careful about that. So this is the stand that India has taken abhi. But in the past, have this OIC recognized India's position somewhere or the other, or have India been again pushed back to its कि नहीं you should have only this stand or that stand, right? So yes, India have been given a special recognition in the past also in the OIC, right? So first जब India ने starting में when India has requested for OIC's membership, OIC की जब membership India asked for the OIC membership, that time it was opposed by Pakistan. It was opposed by Pakistan on the belief that India is playing a foul play in Jammu and Kashmir. And also that OIC took a stand on, has been very critical about India's stand in Jammu and Kashmir and the people in Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, this is one. But in the later, in the coming years, that is the last couple of years, OIC had a soft stand towards India, and at the 45th session of the Foreign Ministers Summit in 2018, Bangladesh जो host था, right? So it requested the OIC members that India should be given an observer status. कि इंडिया को हमने क्या देना चाहिए? Observer status देना चाहिए. Why? Because more than 10%, that is 11%, nearly 11% of the population of the world's Muslim are made by are in India, are Indian citizens. Okay? Is it a very good stand that India is pressing for OIC's membership? From my perspective, from my reading, yes, India should get a membership. India should get a membership in OIC because the various policies of India, which India is taking internally, will not be criticized without India saying anything. ठीक है, वहां पे एक प्लेटफॉर्म मिल जाएगा इंडिया को to defend its stand, to tell its stand that why such certain decisions are being taken, right? Second thing, it will not be possible for Pakistan then to oppose India's any stand. Okay. Yes, this is a specific religion-based body. India follows a secular policy. It is not a religion, Janvi. It is not a religion-based body. See, if you take, if you come towards here, so it is a collective voice of the Muslim world. It endeavors to safeguard and protect the interest of the Muslim world in the spirit of promoting international peace. Finally, उसका aim क्या है कि international peace को promote करना, harmony promote करना among various people of the world. It expresses, ठीक है. So this is the issue. This is the main agenda that OIC is working with. कि collectively Muslim population जहाँ भी है उनके लिए एक voice raise करना that this people should be in peace or harmony. See, we are not against the people of Pakistan over here, right? Are we? We are against the state-sponsored terrorism that it is providing. We are against the administrative policies of Pakistan, right? We are not against the particular religion. हमें religion से कोई like we are not against any religion or person. ठीक है? And India believes in state का interference in religion, right? State का interference है तो एक कोई particular religion के लिए अगर if there is something called at such a vast level which makes up the second, see here it is written that it is the second largest intergovernmental organization. तो second world की second largest international government organization जब है and we are not part of it, given that our majority of the population, then world's majority of the population is in India, so why not then, right? It will be very helpful first from the growth of the Muslim population over in India कि उनकी policies को related. Second, also by having a platform where India's policies regarding anything, whether it is Indian Muslim population, whether it is Jammu and Kashmir, whether it is non-Hindu policies, तो इंडिया की जो भी policies है हम वहां पे we get a platform to put our words in a right way. क्या होता है कि हम कोई पॉलिसीज करें तो मोड़ तोड़ के उसको कोई और कंट्री उसके सामने पुट करता है, उससे अच्छा हम खुद ही हमारी पॉलिसीज वहां पे डिफाइन करें, आवर स्टैंड वी डिफाइन ओवर देयर, ठीक है। दिस इज वन थिंग, अंडरस्टूड। Now what is India's response हमने we have seen. Now in 2019 India made its first appearance. Sushma Swaraj was the one of the she attended the mini meeting as guest of honor in the OIC's meeting, right? And this was a high time because it was after the Pulwama attack. It was after the Pulwama attack, right? So these are the background of India and OIC's relation with India, right? Now, what is the criticism of India's policies by OIC? As said, it has, OIC is generally been supportive of Pakistan's reaction on Kashmir, right? Because it has Pakistan being the founder member, जैसे हमने बोला था कि every time it says one thing, so OIC is like has a soft corner toward it. So Pakistan has been issuing very statement regarding Indian atrocities in the in Jammu and Kashmir region, killing of innocent Kashmiris by Indian forces. ये सारी चीजें they are expressing it time and again, ठीक है। Also, OIC has criticized the Indian government for what it called the growing Islamophobia in India. Okay, even citizen amendment bill, the decision taken to abolish 370, so Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir issue से related बहुत बार every the secretaries, even Pakistan from the OIC has criticized India, ठीक है। एंड इंडिया का स्टैंड क्या है कि आपको इंडियन के इंटरनल अफेयर्स में डू नॉट इंटरफेयर। सो इंडिया हैज ऑलवेज मेंटेन, राइट, दैट ओआईसी शुड नॉट interfere in the internal matters of India, right? But if you consider the individual countries of OIC, so India has a very good stand, right? So India has a very good bond with every country in the OIC, right? So this is between OIC and India. Now, if a question comes in front of you, regarding India and OIC, see, this is part of your prelims also, right? Prelims में आपको क्वेश्चन कर सकते हैं ये. This can be a question. There can be a question that India is a member or not. India is a member of OIC. Is India a member? India is not a member, right? Pakistan is a founding member of OIC, right? So Pakistan is a founding member of OIC. So this can be a preliminary question also, right? They can ask you related to Organization for Islamic Cooperation or organization based question आता ही है in international organization से related. There is every year minimum one, maximum 3 questions, ठीक है। So 1 से 3 questions आता ही है हमें, ठीक है। In main examination you have GS3 का part, ठीक है। In GS3 you have policies and politics of developing nations and organization and impact on India. And impact on India. So there can be a question from among these, ठीक है। So any question on OIC? Is everything clear regarding this? Clear है? Again,
we have got an observer status in OIC, right?
Did we?
Yes, recent 2 days or 3 days before in newspaper, it had come like recently this month.
No, you just check it. I do not think so. This has we have been granted.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other question? Any other question related to OIC? Is it clear? अगर इस पे कोई भी सवाल आता है, if there is any question on this, will you be able to tackle it very nicely? So take a question on this. Take a question which we will be discussing abhi only. Wait a minute. Right down. For the growth of harmony in the world, it is imperative for OIC to give India a place in the organization. Comment. So what will be your approach to this question? So the growth of harmony in the world, it is imperative for OIC to give India a place in the organization. Or do not write this. You can write in a way that write down. See, these questions are made by me on the spot itself. ठीक है? तो ऐसा नहीं कि कहीं से क्वेश्चन कुछ लिए हैं. So that is why it takes time sometimes. So write a question that India joining OIC will be a win some game for everyone. Comment. Yes, tell me. India joining OIC will be a winsome game for everyone. Did you write the question? Yes, Nitish, tell me. What is your approach to this question? क्या approach होगा? Tell me, do not just be very silent observer in the lecture. You have a very good opportunity to discuss things. So discuss it. Better voice to the 10% of the population people of India. Okay. Yes, Harin, tell me.
So we can state that with the highest majority of Muslim population of the world occupied in
Okay.
India, we can
Okay.
say giving a chance for India would be a effective step towards the global well-being. We can see the growing influence of China in various of places, including their diplomatic ties and relation, would not affect India, but it would affect their own prosperity as well. For example, the OBOR initiative has been playing a very important role in capturing of various regions in the world, like in
Why are
case
you
of
moving?
Tanzania.
Why are you going that side?
So, because this would affect the trade relation of these countries, they will be deprived of their resources too. So, it will deprive their resources, and it will also affect the India's relation with these nations. Because once they have an upper hold, then our
Okay.
trade relation with these countries also be affected. And we can say by utilizing a platform, OIC could be utilized as a platform for controlling of various energy resource prices and bringing forward an initiative or approach towards the equality in the society. So, like we can say, utilizing most of the countries that are there, including Saudi Arabia, UAE, and all these places are oil-rich zones. So, this will also help India negotiating the oil prices with these countries. Apart from it, it will also give us a global platform and provide us a status we can include about the unity of all people, and it would also help in bringing a peaceful relation with those people and avoid the interference of them into our internal issues and matters and promote the brotherhood. For example, we can take the Caliphate movement that was taken by Gandhi during the non-cooperation movement, that any changes that had happened in the Arab world at that time was affecting India too. We can also say that we had taken steps even at that time of World War One to give a unity and support to those places.
Okay,
So
okay,
we
okay,
have an
okay.
equal opportunity to
You
do
just
our
need to
things.
mention some points over here. Okay, points. The first thing, what it will do is it will provide a same voice as being provided to 90% of the population, right? This is 10% India mein hai, more than 10%. It will give the same voice as being raised in the other countries for the uh, Muslim growth of Muslim population in growth and development of Muslim population all around the world, right? So it will be same. Maybe we can think of more policies in terms of exchange of ideas, cultural cooperation, right? That will be there. So it will be a win-sum game for everyone. Also, uh, someone has mentioned a very good point over here. Yeah, it will provide a platform to engage India's policies on a good platform, right? A good platform हमें मिल जाएगा so that we would not be criticized for our policies outside. ठीक है? So it will be a win-sum game for everybody basically. ठीक है? So yes, you can write your answer this way.
So,
Yes.
or can we add it will impact the OPEC also, because recently India can't say forces the OPEC to keep the oil prices low. So there can be a discussion regarding this if India is
हाँ मतलब
available.
Gulf countries, if you see, majority of them are a part of OIC. So yes, थोड़ा cordial relations तो हो ही जाते हैं.
And one question, sir.
Hmm.
So like India is also of, like there is a difference between OIC and United Nation organizations, sir.
Yes.
So I think in case of because India is also a founding member of GATT and then WTO, sir. Instead of that, Pakistan is also a member of that, sir. Now we are saying in case of OIC, like Pakistan is a founding member. That's why there is a less chances of India to become a member of this, sir. So we can't compare now in case of UN organization and OIC. Because if
we cannot compare. See, both are different. OIC is for raising voices of the Muslim world population, so that there is harmony amongst everyone. ठीक है? एक harmony बनी रहे और जो Muslim populated words है, so it is for the to raise a collective voice for the Muslim world, so that they are having a safeguard, a proper, their interest of the Muslim world is protected, so that there should be international peace and harmony. ठीक है? इसके so this is the main agenda of OIC, main agenda of OIC. और जहां भी दिखते हैं कि मुस्लिम से related issues, Muslim world से related issues जो है, they are subjugated. There they raise the voice, right? So it will be a very good platform for India that all our elements would be transparent, right? That would be transparent. हमें जो है जो opaqueness हमने बनाया है, right? That will be gone. Yes, index position it will enhance index position. So this is regarding OIC, ठीक है? And also, if there is a total fight that has to be taken against some terrorist supported group, so वो हम लोग इनके support से ले सकते हैं. So it will not be an issue that we are just targeting a particular community in fight against terrorism, right? Yes. OIC has raised against Uyghur Muslims also, the Uyghurs which are facing issues. Where are Uyghurs? In the Mongolian region, right? In the Mongolian region or the West China side, the Uyghur Muslims. Yeah, Xinjiang province, yes. So उनके against भी like the whatever problems they are facing the Uyghur Muslims, they have also raised issue against that. और ऐसा नहीं है कि all the raised voice are going unnoticed. There are many steps taken. ठीक है, at least think tank आती है, लोग सोचते हैं एक soft corner होता है, right? So now similar kind of organization, not same organization, but similar kind of organizations भी होते हैं. Others are also that. So related organization, so Gulf Cooperation Council, इसका भी question आ चुका है, right? So the Gulf Cooperation Council, what is this? It was established by an agreement in 1981 among Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi and UAE in view of their special relations, geographical proximity, similar political system based on Islamic beliefs, joint destiny and common objectives. Okay, so this is the Gulf Cooperation Council. Which countries are there? How many countries? Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, UAE, Oman and Saudi. ठीक है, ये देखिए बहुत छोटे countries है, Kuwait, Bahrain, this is Qatar, UAE, Oman, right, and Saudi. So these are Gulf countries and they have a council which is Gulf Cooperation Council. ठीक है, कब फॉर्म हुआ था ये? 1981 में. Now the Gulf Cooperation Council consists of Supreme Council, the Ministerial Council and the Secretariat General. The Secretariat is located in Riyadh, Saudi. Okay, it's a political, economic, social, regional organization according to its charter. Okay. Now, what is so understood this Gulf Cooperation Council? इससे related question आता ही है. Every alternate year there is a question regarding Gulf Cooperation Council. First, let us see. Sure. Answer this question, everybody, regarding OIC's. Which of the following is the main objective behind the establishment of Organization of Islamic Cooperation? To use oil against the USA, to force Israel to vacate occupied areas, to promote Islamic solidarity and safeguard holy places, all of the above. A, B, C, D. What would be the answer? Pakka C, everybody. The answer is C. Why not D? Why not B? Priya, it's not D. The answer is C.
Because we cannot use against USA, so we cannot say this because Pakistan is a member and Pakistan was supporting USA during all the wars, including
No, but this is never an agenda to use oil against the USA. What is?
Yes, sir, it is not a part of the agenda, so this can't be the option. And regarding the B, sir, it is not to vacate US state, but it was a two-state solution that was
Yes,
taken
it
by.
was a two-state solution. Two-state solution. Very nice. Two-state solution ये था. ठीक है. Israel and Palestine. It says that कि Israel भी रहो, Palestine भी रहो, right? Palestine will also stay, and Israel will also stay. So the answer is to promote Islamic solidarity and safeguard of the holy place. Recently, it was in news that India was changed its position for oil. That's why I said it can be. To use oil against USA, no, Priya, not this. Okay. Now let us see regarding what is GCC. Okay.
No,
India's relation. Sorry. Yes. Yes.
so I'm saying not against the USA, but it was in news that India has changed its position for the import of oil. Like earlier, it was the Gulf countries. Now it has changed to USA. I think. I'm not sure regarding this. That's why I said. But I think
Do
it's
not
not.
get confused. Do not get confused. Keep your attention only to a particular topic when you are reading, है ना? And take notes. Take down notes so that it will help you. ठीक है? मतलब टॉपिक्स यहाँ वहाँ नहीं जाएंगे इसीलिए. ठीक है? So India's relation with GCC. So how is India's relation with GCC? Basically, they are very friendly. ठीक है? Even India's many people are receiving various honors from the GCC countries. For example, the UAE, right? UAE's highest civilian award was given to Mr. Prime Minister, right? And King Hamad Order of Renaissance, the third highest civilian order of Bahrain. It was all given to the Prime Minister of India. ठीक है? So basically, even in terms of the policies regarding Jammu and Kashmir, now various India's very friendly countries, UAE and Saudi, has not taken a very firm stand on India's internal developments with respect to Jammu and Kashmir. ठीक है? For example, Article 370 हमने abolish किया था, तो UAE did not have a very rival-like position for India's position. ठीक है? So this is India's relation with GCC. ठीक है? So GCC states are among India's key suppliers of energy, right? And also India has a lot of diaspora that is there in these countries, right? डायस्पोरा बहुत सारा है इंडिया का जो इस कंट्रीज में है. दैट इज व्हाई द सिक्योरिटी ऑफ इंडिया, राइट, security of GCC countries becomes very important with respect to India, because India, why why? Because India brings a lot of oil from these countries, right? Lot of diasporas of India are in these countries, right? India has very good trade relation with these countries, right? India do provide with friendly relations hai, Saudi and all. So both the countries, India and GCC, are members of financial action task force. ठीक है? They also engaged in multilateral exercises with India. India and Oman hold annual bilateral exercises across all three wings of the armed forces. ठीक है? आर्मी की क्या है? अल नजह, एयर फोर्स ईस्टर्न ब्रीच, naval exercises Nasim al Bahar. ठीक है? And Oman has provided the Indian Navy access to port of Doom. ठीक है? सो इंडिया का बायलैटरल रिलेशंस जो है इन दिस कंट्रीज के साथ बहुत अच्छे हैं. ठीक है? सो गुड बायलैटरल रिलेशंस, सो दैट इज व्हाई इट इज इंपेरेटिव दैट सिक्योरिटी ऑफ जीसीसी कंट्रीज इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन ऑन इन द मेन एग्जामिनेशन. राइट डाउन, टेक इट डाउन. Write down, there is a growing concern over security in the Gulf region, with increase in violent activities or increasing terrorist activities. You can write violent activities. Okay. So the security of, write that, the security of the Gulf countries is important for India. Analyze. So the question is, there is a growing concern over security of the Gulf region with increasing violent activities or terrorist activities in the past few years, in the couple of years. So the security is important. Now we have to mention over here why the security of the Gulf countries is important. So आप हर एक angle से, you know pestle, what is pestle? ये बचपन में हमने पढ़ा था pestle. Political, economical, social, technological, administrative, and legislative. So ये सारे these things are important when you derive an answer, है ना? तो आंसर जब आपको डिराइव करने नहीं आता है, जब वेरियस डायमेंशंस आप भूल जाते हो, तो यू कैन यूज कि हाँ पॉलिटिकल वाला एंगल कुछ है क्या, आर देयर इकोनॉमिकल एंगल, आर देयर सोशल एंगल, टेक्नोलॉजिकल, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव, लीगल. सो ये सारी चीजें यू कैन यूज इन योर आंसर कि पॉलिटिक्स की वजह से आवर रिलेशंस आर गुड, राइट. We are having a very cordial relations with most of the countries. Then economic wise, trade, we have gas, we have oil, remittances, right? Very nice. Social में diaspora है. So this answer you can write very nicely, Abhi, right? See, presently the GCC region is volatile, thus India needs to safeguard its large economic, political, demographic stakes in the region. This can be a very different question, ठीक है? ये खुद में एक question है, this statement that presently the GCC region is volatile, thus India needs to safeguard its large economic, political, and demographic stakes in the region. Here you can write this statement को question लेके, ये इसको as a question लेके you can write comment. 15 marks, 250 words. ठीक है? As India doesn't have its own deep sea port and Oman has provided the port of Dukhn, so it's important. Yes, strategically भी बहुत important होता है, right? Strategically. Where now come to the point, the main point. Were there any issues that were going on with the Gulf countries? क्या इनके membership में कुछ खटास? Do we see anything? So the answer is yes. The answer is yes. See, Qatar जो आप देख रहे हो, this Qatar. So basically, before a few years, it was suspended. It was suspended by every other countries. ठीक है, बहुत सारे countries ने मिलके इसको suspend किया था from the GCC. And there was an economic blockade. ये जो इसका जो था, यहाँ पे economic blockade लगा दिया था by Saudi Arabia and other countries. Now the question comes into mind as to why ऐसा क्यों किया था? Why Qatar? Because see, Qatar, it was termed that जो भी military activities हो रहे हैं यहाँ पे, military नहीं, terrorist activities है, तो Qatar was alleged to support one of the terrorist activities in the region, and Qatar also afterwards said that yes, it was involved in some of the help of an organization which some country have said that that is a terrorist organization. मतलब उनका कहना था कि हाँ हम लोग एक ग्रुप को सपोर्ट करते थे, बट हमें पता नहीं था कि दैट इज अ टेररिस्ट दैट वाज अ टेररिस्ट ग्रुप। ठीक है, सो दिस इज वन थिंग। सेकंड थिंग इज कतार इज वेरी क्लोज टू ईरान। व्हाई? बिकॉज it shares a very large gas field with Iran. ठीक है, and all these countries majorly Saudi is totally against the Iran. ठीक है, वो उनका religious elements है। ठीक है, religiously they are totally different. ठीक है, एक सुन्नी है, दूसरा शिया डोमिनेटेड है, एक सुन्नी डोमिनेटेड है। so that is why जब सऊदी और ईरान दुश्मन है, ठीक है, दुश्मन मतलब they are rivals of each other. सो दुश्मन का दुश्मन, दोस्त का दोस्त, सॉरी, ये दुश्मन है और दुश्मन का दोस्त जो है वो भी दुश्मन होना चाहिए, लेकिन यहाँ पे तो दोस्त है, राइट? सो दिस इज वन थिंग दैट Qatar also shared this gas field with Iran. ठीक है, दैट इज व्हाई कि उसके मेजरली तो सपोर्ट ऑफ टेररिस्ट ग्रुप के लिए था। सो टेररिस्ट ग्रुप का उन्होंने सपोर्ट किया, देन इट वाज इकोनॉमिकली सस्पेंडेड, और ऐसे सस्पेंड किया था कि कतार पीपल डिड नॉट हैव फूड टू ईट। उनके अगर मार्केट में जाते थे लोग तो दे डिड नॉट हैव फूड टू ईट, एंड देन दे स्टार्टेड very pragmatic approach उन्होंने start किया। They started indulging with various high level talks with the other governments, जैसे सऊदी के हैं, ओमान के हैं, यूएई के हैं। ठीक है, they also approached various courts for legal approaches in terms of human rights violation. Then after few years, in the month of January this year, in the month of January this year, they signed a treaty with different countries in GCC so that their economic sanctions जो है वो soft हो जाए। ठीक है, so basically 5th of Jan को they signed a stability and solidarity agreement to end the 3.5 year का जो उनका blockade था, 3.5 year का blockade। ठीक है, that ended with this। Understood what was the issue of GCC? GCC के अंदर क्या था, क्यों हुआ था ये? Because they were supporting some of the bad terrorist organization। ठीक है, जो उन्हें पता नहीं था which is this their own statement। ठीक है, and thus Tanpura port attack also। I do not particularly know about the incident you are talking, Priya। ठीक है, so understood GCC समझना है तो GCC के ऊपर कोई भी क्वेश्चन I guess it will be helpful, right? This information will be helpful। We will be covering 3 important organizations today, that is one is OIC, second is GCC, and the third is SAARC। Now what is SAARC? It is South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation। अभी कितने कंट्रीज है? There are 8 countries as you see, जिसमें इंडिया भी है, पाकिस्तान भी है, राइट? इंडिया भी है, पाकिस्तान भी है। सो लेकिन इतने इश्यूज अभी भी कंटेंशियस है। सो इज द SAARC relevant today? This is the main question today which we are facing। Is SAARC relevant? है ना, कोई भी हम लोग क्यों why do we attend a meeting? Because कुछ तो relevance निकले उसका, right? कुछ तो relevant निकले। So look at the countries: Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, India, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Afghanistan। India के relations are obviously cordial with everyone over here। मालदीव्स के साथ है, recently मालदीव्स के साथ भी इंडिया का टसल चल रहा है, right? People are protesting against India there, right? Why? Because India इंडिया ने वहां पे क्या किया है, सेकेंड कॉन्सुलेट स्टार्ट किया है, सेकेंड consulate building they are constructing over there. Why? Because उन्हें लगता है कि इंडिया की पॉपुलेशन वहां पे ज्यादा है, इसलिए इंडिया नीड सेकंड एम्बेसी लाइक थिंग ओवर देयर, थोड़ा ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट. बट मालदीव्स के पीपल बोल रहे हैं कि if Indians are increasing here, India will obviously take over Maldives. This is a fear among the Maldives people over the localites over there. So ये वाला इशू है इंडिया नेपाल के साथ. There is a contentious issue that is going on, right? And Nepal is allegedly saying that they are putting an allegation in India that whatever the constitutional हमारे जो this is going on, the tussle in the constitution making and between the government that is falling, that is because of the interference of India. जो गवर्नमेंट टॉपर हो जाती है वो इंडिया के कारण होती है. दिस इज अ क्रिटिसिज्म दैट इज कमिंग फ्रॉम नेपाल. Also India Nepal border, the Kalapani issue, right? Kalapani issue with Nepal. पाकिस्तान इंडिया का तो है ही, ठीक है. इंडिया श्रीलंका, इंडिया इज अपोजिंग कि हम्बन टोटा आपने यू हैव गिवन टू चाइना, हम्बन टोटा पोर्ट, राइट? सो चाइना इज इंक्रीजिंग इट्स neo-imperialism say China is interfering into the matters of Sri Lanka, which India is saying that it is not good. Afghanistan mein the increase of now today's only it is there was a news that almost 10,000 terrorist organized group people have entered into Afghanistan from Pakistan. So इंडिया जब है, पाकिस्तान है, तो ये सारे इश्यूज क्यों हो रहे हैं? So is SAARC relevant today? Is SAARC relevant today? चलो SAARC का फॉर्म होता है वो हमने देखते थे, because so much of organizations are related to SAARC, right? इंडिया भूटान जो हमने BBIN कॉरिडोर बनाया है. What is BBIN कॉरिडोर? भूटान, बांग्लादेश, इंडिया, नेपाल कॉरिडोर, which is a motor vehicle. हमने वो बनाया कि Bhutan has not approved that. Bhutan has not approved that. Why Bhutan has not approved that? Bhutan is saying that if some motor is passing bit from so under BBIN we have a motor vehicle road which will pass through each and every country of BBIN. Bhutan का कहना है कि हमारे यहाँ पे pollution हो जाएगा, ठीक है. So इतने सारे इश्यूज तो है ही, राइट? प्लस इंडिया इज नाउ गिविंग वैक्सीन, राइट? सॉफ्ट डिप्लोमेसी, वैक्सीन डिप्लोमेसी प्ले कर रहा है सारे कंट्रीज को वैक्सीन प्रोवाइड करके. या भूटान इज एलिगेटिंग दैट आल्सो कि हमारा जो वैक्सीन प्रॉमिस है वो हमें कंप्लीट नहीं किया. बट व्हाट इज SAARC? व्हाई दिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वाज फॉर्म? तो SAARC बेसिकली साउथ एशियन एसोसिएशन फॉर रीजनल कोऑपरेशन के. So this is a regional cooperation which was signed in Dhaka in 1985. Charter कब साइन हुआ था? 1985. But इसका headquarter, where it is the headquarter? It is Kathmandu. Do remember this that the headquarter is in Kathmandu. ठीक है? Headquarter कहाँ है? काठमांडू में है. Afghanistan was the newest that was added in 2005. ठीक है? So the idea of regional cooperation in South Asia was first raised in 1980. Okay? Then this organization was formed. Principles of SAARC: cooperation within the framework of SAARC should be based on respect the sovereignty, sovereign equality, territorial integrity, political independence, non-interference in the internal affairs of other states. ये पूरा, if you take the example which we have just said, पूरा इनवैलिड हो जाता है. द फर्स्ट पॉइंट ऑफ द प्रिंसिपल्स, राइट? सच कोऑपरेशन शैल नॉट बी सब्स्टिट्यूट फॉर बायलैटरल एंड मल्टीलैटरल कोऑपरेशन बट शैल कॉम्प्लीमेंट देम, राइट? कि दिस इज नॉट विद रिस्पेक्ट टू कि बायलैटरल में नहीं होता है, कि ये कॉम्प्लीमेंट करने चाहिए, ठीक है. सो 8 कंट्रीज है व्हिच वी हैव सीन, राइट? एरियाज ऑफ कोऑपरेशन एवरी सोशल रहो, पॉलिटिकल रहो, एनर्जी रहो, एजुकेशन, सिक्योरिटी, कल्चरल, In every field SARC का agenda है कि there is an area of cooperation that we should be doing, ठीक है? And with what objective? Basically welfare of the people. Welfare of the people की उनकी quality of life भी अच्छी हो and they can have an economic growth also, social progress, cultural development हो, right? So everybody should recognize the identity they have and realize their full potential, right? So basically to provide mutual assistance to each and every community, country and people for their mutual growth, ठीक है? म्यूचुअल ग्रोथ, पीस रहे, सब शांति से खुशहाली से जिए और आगे बढ़े. So this is the agenda with which SARC was formed, but many of the agenda, the principles we see that it is violated these days, ठीक है? So SARC के specialized bodies कौन से हैं? You have SARC Development Fund, you have SARC South Asian University, right? South Asian University, which is working very nicely these days. You have South Asian Regional Standard Organization, Secretariat at Dhaka, right? So that cooperation should be there. You have Arbitration Council, which is mandated to provide a legal forum within the region for fair and efficient settlement of commercial, industrial, trade, so economic issues जो भी आते हैं, for that also we have a different bodies. Right? No, why SARC is important? Because so much of population. If you take India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, right? Majority of the it makes the population. So it comprises of the 3% of area and 21% of the world's population. है ना? 21, nearly 1/4 population, near 1/5 के ऊपर है, right? Now SARC achievements, if you see, so many of the trade wale activities में है, yes, SAFTA, you have SAFTA, you have SATIS, right? So why SARC is significant? Why SARC is significant for India? Because neighborhood first जो policy है India की, so it will provide a push to its neighborhood policy through the idea of SARC. ठीक है? लेकिन बहुत सारे इसमें बोलते हैं कि इंडिया इज प्लेइंग अ रोल ऑफ बिग ब्रदर, है ना? मोटा भाई जिसे बोलते हैं, राइट? बिग ब्रदर कि इट इज ट्राइंग टू इंक्रीज इट्स इन्फ्लुएंस, बट इंडिया हैज ऑलवेज टेकन अ स्टैंड दैट नो, इट इज नॉट लाइक अ बिग ब्रदर, राइट? ठीक है? सो इट इज ट्राइंग टू implement its neighborhood first policy, right? Geostrategic significance, it is very important, this SARC region, for our Actist policy, right? Actist policy, not lookist, for Actist also. Regional stability के लिए SARC का importance बहुत जरूरी है, right? India, it is a game changer for India's Actist policy, right? What are the different challenges that SARC is providing? Challenges तो हमने डिस्कस कर लिए. Every country has a different issue that is arising with each other and with India, right? With India. Now what can it be done? Abhi we have seen that China have been increasing its investment in the SARC region, right? SARC region. तो हम ये कर सकते हैं कि together we can form a policy, together we can come in front and stop the domination of China, in a way by not opposing it, in a way by increasing the tariffs on the dumping of various duties, by adding dumping duties on China, right? Anti-dumping duty, ठीक है? So ऐसे बस चाइना को अपोज करके हो गया या नहीं? This will not be only one thing that you oppose China and everybody will everything will stop. So there is a need to reorganize the elements of SARC, reorganize the elements, यानी कि meetings उसके regularly होने चाहिए, right? High level talks, and there should be a proper agenda of the meeting, proper agenda, then only this will be successful. SARC will be relevant only then when you have a particular agenda. When you have a particular agenda. Now take this prelims question. First statement is regarding SARC. It was established by in Dhaka on 8th December 1985. The headquarters and secretariat of the association are at Kathmandu. SARC comprises of Afghanistan, Maldives and Mauritius. What is the answer? Is it B? Why B? Why not? C statement? Why it is wrong?
Because Mauritius is mentioned, sir.
Yes, Mauritius is mentioned. Okay, Mauritius is mentioned. Okay, it is not a SARC country. Okay, now come to BIMSTEC. What does BIMSTEC means? It means Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economical Cooperation. It's a regional multilateral organization. ठीक है, नाम में ही काम लिखा है, right? So Bay of Bengal Initiative, basically the countries around Bay of Bengal, right? Countries normally around Bay of Bengal for multi-sectoral technical and economic cooperation. Okay, so its members lies in the littoral and adjacent area of the Bay of Bengal, constituting a continuous regional unity. So there are 7 members which are there: Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Myanmar and Thailand. So which of the countries of these 7 are part of SARC also? SARC में कितने countries हैं? 8 countries in SARC, right? Is India a part of SARC? Yes. Nepal part of SARC? Yes. Bhutan part of SARC? Yes. Bangladesh? Yes. Is Sri Lanka part of SARC? Yes. These 5 countries. और नहीं कौन से हैं? Afghanistan, right? Yeah, Pakistan and Maldives. So these 2 are different than our BIMSTEC countries. Okay? So do notice this difference. And here Myanmar and Thailand are part of this. So BIMSTEC not only connects South Asian and South, but also ecologies of the Great Himalayas and the Bay of Bengal. And it aims to create an enabling environment for rapid economic, social, and to promote on matters of common interest in the region. Okay? So if we see, so this is India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Myanmar and Thailand. Okay, a question here regarding BIMSTEC was कि अंडमान जो है वो what is the difference, which is the nearer? Sri Lanka का कुछ I guess Jaffna was mentioned or Sri Lanka was mentioned. Geography का question था, and here the question was regarding Sumatra Island and Java Island. Which of them is closer to Andaman and Nicobar, right? Sumatra, yeah. So basically BIMSTEC क्या है? It's sub-regional organization है through Bangkok Declaration, right? It came through Bangkok Declaration. Now it was renamed as BIMSTEC in 1997 with the inclusion of Myanmar. With the admission of Nepal and Bhutan in 2004, the name changed to BIMSTEC. ठीक है? What are its objective? Objective हमने देखा है कि एक enabling environment for rapid economic growth, for spirit of equality, for collaboration on different fronts, so that the common interest of the member countries are prevented. और common interest कौन से? कि education, science and technology में we should help each other, right? And principle is almost the same कि sovereign equality, territorial integrity, political independence, mutual coexistence and mutual benefits. ठीक है? ये सारे BIMSTEC के principles हैं. What are the potential? Why India is looking towards BIMSTEC as a very potential organization? Because वो क्या करता है? BIMSTEC decreases your South and South Asian space. It becomes a bridge between South and Southeast Asia. Okay, because Thailand and Myanmar are part of ASEAN also, right? ASEAN also. So it becomes a platform for intra-regional cooperation, right? And then you have number of people also more. The fourth of the world's largest trade goods, right? Now, which are the important connectivity projects that are being taken? So we have Kaladan multimodal project links India and Myanmar. So Kaladan multimodal project, very important. Which Kaladan multimodal project? You see in the map of this. ठीक है, maps देख लेना आप इसका एक बार. Okay, then you have BBIN, motor vehicle agreement for seamless flow of passengers and cargo traffic. Okay, and why it is significant for India? कि India का first neighborhood policy आती है, right? Primacy to the country's immediate periphery. Act East policy, Northeast का development, right? Also, China comes counter करने के लिए, with China increasing its influence in this region, it becomes very imperative for India to have a very strong and optimistic policy to this. ठीक है. Also, SARC जो है, SARC countries अभी जो which is not functioning as per its potential, it becomes very important कि we see this group as not an alternative to SARC but as a larger potential than SARC. ठीक है, larger potential than SARC. Okay, so this is a question regarding BIMSTEC. Which of the following statement regarding the BIMSTEC is correct? It is a regional organization comprising 7 members lying in the littoral of adjacent area of Bay of Bengal, constituting a continuous regional unity. This statement is correct. Yes. It's a sub-regional organization that came into being on 1997 with the Bangkok Declaration. Is this statement correct? The answer is yes. The members include Sri Lanka, Myanmar and Thailand. Is it correct? The answer is yes. See, important is the members. ठीक है, इनके जो members है वो बहुत important है, right? The members. So 7 members, very important. Beam. So we have seen BIMSTEC, SARC. ठीक है, ये सारे we have seen GCC also and OIC. ठीक है, OIC. So the answer here is D. ठीक है, so this comes to the end of the organization, important organizations of the world. ठीक है, so what you do is write on the two issues, significance of, इसका आप जो है आर्टिकल रीड कीजिए, significance of SARC and significance of BIMSTEC. ठीक है, you also read its significance and also read regarding regarding relevance of SARC. ठीक है, ये 3 इस पे you make an article and you read more about this. Okay, is it fine? Did you understand every bit of topic in this? सारे टॉपिक समझ में आए? Any issue, any doubt, any question is welcome. क्लियर है सब कुछ? सबको क्लियर है? Any doubts? Yes. Okay then. I hope you are writing all the answers to the question which are given. Right? Right. Very important. देखो छोटे-छोटे topics होंगे. Like for example, what I say is write about the relevance of SARC. This question can be framed in a very different way. That, for example, recently the meetings of SARC have not been given so much of importance, and the second delegation is sent instead of the highest delegation that are sent to SARC. So this can be one statement, and the second statement ki is SARC relevant today? So basically you have to think about the relevance of SARC. Similarly, in BIMSTEC it can be given that with the dysfunctioning of, see here only our statement is there, right? We have a statement that was there, a new platform for India to engage with its neighbors with South Asian, that is SARC, becoming dysfunctional because of differences between India and Pakistan. कि India और Pakistan में difference के वजह से SARC, which is not functioning to its potential, BIMSTEC becomes a new platform to engage with neighbors, with our neighbors. Now you will have to understand over here what to write, right? Exam में जाके आप नहीं सोचोगे कि मैं क्या लिखूं, what are the different points. It should be very clicked. Everything should be very clicked. For example, if you take about India-China, right? India-China relation, right? So this is China over here. Now what is India-China relation? आपको पूरे मैप से समझाते आना चाहिए, right? What is the India-China? One is China is making Pakistan China CPEC, right? This is CPEC. Second, it is trying to string of pearls, right? String of pearls. यहाँ पे Sri Lanka है, so string of pearls. It is trying to build all the India around Bay of Bengal, right? Then it is trying to interfere in this region, that is Ladakh region, the Arunachal region, right? It is also have a water issue in Doklam, right? Doklam में issue है. Then फिर इंडिया के दिल्ली के साथ उनके कैसे ट्रेड वाले इश्यूज आते हैं. So ट्रेड हो गया. फिर यहाँ पे क्या है, दलाई लामा है, so दलाई लामा इशू. फिर तिब्बत इशू, right? तिब्बत इशू. So here you have south से लेके तो north तक हम लोग पूरे जाते हैं. So in one map it can be summarized. So you know, when you go to the examination hall, it should not be there कि मैं क्या लिखूं, ठीक है? So first, the structure should be ready in your head with today only. Structure of the answer. Various maps should be ready with. You should be ready with all the maps. ठीक है? So this is the approach you should be have. और अभी से सब कुछ ready करके रखो. ठीक है? Now that we have gone through such all the 4 organizations, I would request you to go through all the previous year questions. On this part, on GCC if there is any, on SARC if there is any, SARC पे अगर कोई question हो SARC पे, there would be some question on the SARC in GS3, in GS2, ठीक है? On BIMSTEC, ठीक है? Okay then. I hope you understood. I hope everything is clear. Okay, ठीक है then. Enjoy your Sunday. Thank you.